Thank you, thank you. Cool, so tell everyone, I am Ed from the Royal Berkshire Fire Rescue Service. First bits first, I'm not a firefighter, I work with young people for the service. Sorry to disappoint. I do training with them, I do practice with them, I do drills with them, and I do work at the station every now and then. Yeah? So I work at Slough once a week, and we work at the station to go around all the schools and deliver a bit of safety. Yeah? So today we're going to try and cover water and road safety. Yeah? Sound alright? Should be alright. I know it's really, really hot, but just bear with me, we'll get through it, and we'll get out, and then you can go enjoy your evenings and go be safer, yeah? So I will move around, I won't stop, so people at the front don't worry, I won't be on your toes. Cool. Let's get started then. That's it. What we're going to look at is we're going to look at swimming in water bodies. So around here you've got a few. You've got the Jubilee, you've got a fair few canals. Have you got any seas? No seas. Rivers? Yeah, there's a few there. Canals. Lakes? Yeah, a few lakes. There's a few lakes right there. So we'll look at that. And then we'll look at water sports, such as paddleboarding, surfing, kayaking, canoeing, and we'll move on. We'll talk about jumping into water, also known as tombstoning, and then about weirs. Does anyone know what I mean by weir? Right, but if not, I've got a little video to show us, but it is very noisy, so at that point, if you are a little bit sensitive to noise, just give your ears a bit of a cover, because it gets very noisy, because weirs are very loud. And then we'll talk about visiting the coasts. Put your hands up, has anyone going to the coast this weekend? Been this week? Going on holiday to the coast? No one's going to a beach? Oh yeah. You're allowed to put your hands up. You go to the beach? Yeah, so we'll cover that a little bit. Cool. Then we'll also cover what to do if someone you're with, or someone you see, is in trouble in the water. Yeah? Just giving you a bit of some advice that you can take away today. So trouble. So some stats. I don't think I need to reel these off in this sort of area. I think you can all tell me many stories in your local community that you've seen a tragedy, disaster, or near misses. But you are coming up to the age bracket that's most in danger or at risk from a water-related fatality or injury. Fact. That is national statistics, so that's from here all the way up to the Shetland Isles, across to Wales. They are national statistics. So all fire services engage with their local communities to try and improve water safety, and that's what I'm here for. Nice and simple. But the thing that does do the damage is not the inability to not swim or a weak swimmer. It's the hidden surfaces, dangers beneath the surface, and cold water shock. Has everyone heard of cold water shock before? Yes, just pop your hands up. Yeah. So good, that's really good to be in a room and know what people mean when I say cold water shock. Because some people don't, and it's not a common thing. Cool. So, cold water shock. Nice and simple. What is the first thing your body does when you jump in, say, a swimming pool? That always makes people jump, I love that bit. Yeah, you make you catch your breath, because they're a little bit cold. But they're not as cold as our rivers and lakes. Our rivers and lakes are about 15 degrees. Warm? You reckon it's warm? Same temperature of the fridge. So if you want to go, sort of, stay in a fridge and nourish your body for that, your body's going to go, yeah, I don't like this. This isn't for me. So, what does it? Your body reacts. It starts to hyperventilate. If you're hyperventilating, what do I mean? Keep everyone awake. It starts. And if you're in water, what might happen then? Go on.
Drown.
You can take on board water and drown. Your body starts to go into shock. And that is the main reason that causes issues in local rivers and canals. The cold water and jumping in. That's what cold water shock is. Once you know that, you've sort of got your main tip, your main skill. How can you combat cold water shock? How can you stop it? Get out, yes, you can get out, but if your body's already in shock, just float, calm yourself down, breathe, relax. Has everyone seen the very, very annoying advert on TV about visiting the beach and floating like a starfish? I won't put you through it. You will hear it over the summer holidays, and it's a big long song of... And And it gets in your head and it goes round and round and round and round and round and round until you can't forget it. And that's what they said. You are to float to live. So you float, you calm your body down, get your breath back, and go to it. But here's a little video.
Everyone who falls into cold water unexpectedly has the same instinct. To swim hard. To fight the cold water. But when people fight it, chances are they lose. Cold water shock makes them gasp uncontrollably and breathe in water. Then they drown. But if they just float, until cold water shock has passed, they'll be able to control their breathing and have a far better chance of staying alive.
Cool. So float to live works in all bodies of water. So if ever you're feeling your body start to panic slightly, calm yourself down, lay like a starfish, float. You don't have to float as long as you're calming your body down, taking those deep breaths, getting the oxygen into your body. It will help. The next clip was filmed by our lovely crew at Slough at Brigade Leisure Centre. Has everyone been there? They've made headway. Lovely diving board, lovely pool. Lovely and clear, lovely and clean. Sits around about 21 degrees, nicely. And they are jumping off a diving board, just to give you the evidence of how deep you'll go if you jump off, say, a standard bridge in the local area. Do you reckon you'll go deep? So say it's 2 metres high. I'm at 1 metre. Put your hand up at this, what you think you go 1 metre deep? 2 metres deep? 3 metres? I reckon 3 metres now. Let's have a look. So we've marked it on the side for you. That firefighter does not jump, he steps off and still hits the bottom of a 3 metre plus pool pretty hard. Fine, in a swimming pool, you bounce back up, push off the bottom. But not all our rivers and canals are like that. Some have got silty, muddy bottoms. You don't need any of that. So that depth was 3.5 metres. But it's not always clean at the bottom. And to prove this, we did some magnet fishing in central Reading, just over Caption Bridge. We used a magnet to fish out these items. Trolleys, fences, signposts. Another trolley. Reading Festival's located down by there, so we get our trolleys. And this all came out of the water just underneath the bridge where people were jumping. We did it with them, we showed them what was there. This next item is particularly interesting for those in the room. See that big, long metal pole with concrete on the bottom? That was stood upright, like so. It's about 6 foot long pole. You couldn't see it from the top of the bridge. It was sticking up. So you can only imagine landing on that. Wouldn't be ideal, would cause lots of issues. So you're not aware of what's down there. So in any body of water, if it's not clear, you don't know what's in there, what's going on, what the quality of the water is. Does everyone know what I mean by the quality of water? Good. Water quality is in the newspapers, do read up about it. It's a topic, a hot topic. The Jubilee River is not actually a river, believe it or not. It's actually designed to relieve sewage from the local sewage plant. So when there's heavy rain or excess sewage, they release that sewage into the water. So that is fecal matter, urine, your toilet water, the water you don't drink, you wash your dishes with. There will be people, if we went there now, swimming in that. In my opinion, I don't have too much of a desire to swim in water that's got fecal matter in it. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, and that will happen. So you can check water quality in your local area. But in my advice, the swimming pool's a lot cleaner. That's why it smells of chlorine. Oh, a weir. Weir's a nice don't go near them, they're very dangerous. So a weir is a drop in the river that drops down over York's Ridge. It'll be very loud, very deep, and it will run around very, very fast. The next clip is of a football that has been caught in a weir, and showing you what would happen if you were to get caught in a weir. It is very loud, so if you are a bit sensitive to noise, do cover your ears. So the football is just in the bottom of the screen. Can everyone see it? There's two in this weir. Yeah, just watch what it does in this weir. It goes round, pops back up. It goes round, pops back up. It has a circular current at the bottom here that goes round and round and round and traps anything in it. And yes, a football's small, although that's trapped because it's a football. We've had boats caught in these. There was a boat trapped in the weir at Cowsham again. It's been wedged up against sort of rocks like this. So it looks all calm at the top. It's very not. So our advice, stay away from them. Even walking near them and slipping in can cause accidents. What to do in an emergency? What number do we call? You can all shout out this, I'm giving you permission. What number do you call? Teachers, did you hear a few 911s in there? Yeah, we do. It's an Americanism. They happen. No, it's 999. You can call 911. It just takes longer to redirect and get to us. So 999 is the one to go forward. But if you're by the beach, you have to call the Coast Guard. Their number is located on all the boards around the beach. There's lots of signposts when you go out to the beach. I don't know their number off by heart because it does change, and they will come rescue. Give an accurate location. Postcodes don't tend to work by water, do they? So if you can tell where you are, tell us that location. Or if you have a phone that has an app installed it called What 3 Words, you may use that. If you don't know what I mean by What 3 Words, go away, have a look for it. It's basically the world divided up into 3 metre squares with 3 words labelled to it. 3 metres and we can find you. We do use it, we know how to use it. So there'll be something like elephant, banana, tree. Just random things, and that will find a square in the planet and we'll be able to come get it. Shout loudly for help. Pretty simple, pretty easy, someone might find you. Talk to the person, shout to the person, see if they're okay, see what support they need. Because if they've got in trouble, you might be the only person that can help them. Use a throw line or a life ring, as if we all seen them along the river. They'll often come on a board, and that will have a number on it. So if you're going to use that one, use that as your reference for 999, because they're all located, they're logged in our system at our HQ over near IKEA already, and we know where to come to. You could use sticks. We use a big old stick when we're on the appliance. It's basically like a big fishing rod, and we catch people with it. Nice and simple. Scarves, anything you can. Main point is, don't go in to get them. If one person's in trouble, we've got one person to rescue. If you go in, we've got 2 people. Another person, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only keeps going up. We do lots of training. We've got a boat, wetsuits, dry suits, equipment to help serve the police. Broke lines galore. Cool. At the beach. Oh, nice. Nice little get on. Bit of fun. With the warm weathers, it's nice to pop down there. But it's key to have a look at what's around you. A lot more beaches are using lifeguards because they're important. So if you can, swim where they are. Don't swim if there's red flags. Swim between the 2 red and yellow flags. And if there's black and white flags, no swimming. Because it means it's probably used by windsurfers, water surfers, all those aquaboard things. Or jet skis tend to be in that area as well, weirdly enough. Pay attention to what your surroundings are, where you are, where the people you've left are behind. Because most beaches have currents and tides which will pull you away from where you went in the water. So when you come out, it's going to look a little bit different. And if you've been able to go in there on your own, you might just keep a note of where your parents, friends, or aunts, uncles, guardians might be. Oh no. Is that right? Cool. So in summary, on this very hot day, we've covered cold water shock. That's the body going into shock because the water is cold and the instant drop of temperature as soon as you hit that. So to combat that, what you do, float to live, or if you do feel the desire to go in the water, try to use a ramp or a walkway so your body can adjust to the temperature. It's generally safer at the sea because that is the way it works. We talked about jumping in off bridges. We've covered hidden dangers. And there is all sorts in rivers. I live sort of the other side of the county in Pegbourne. Only a year ago they dug a grenade out by the bridge from World War. Someone had gone on the bridge, thrown the grenade off the bridge, left it there. We found it, Magnet Fisher found it, the army had to come over and dispose of it. So all sorts in rivers because we just use them and abuse them. A weir, which there aren't too many around here, but if you do come across them, be very cautious around them. And then our coastal changes. But if you want more of us, there's lots on our website, you can go see it. And we're not here to say, don't do this, don't do that. We want you to be as safe as possible, because tragedies are happening to young people, and no one wants to do that. We talk in schools where there have been tragedies, and it really affects the local community. So think about it. If you are going to go down to the water, by all means, be by it. But think about it before you go in. 5 minutes on road. Right, road safety. So right, I've been told you all have a lovely crossing out the front of school that you help and use and all are amazing with it. No, we're not, are we? We're not the best when crossing roads. Most of our incidents we attend with young people being hit by cars is outside the school. It's within 100 metres of a school on average. So that is when you are most at risk of being hit by a car. And that's not just you to blame. There's also parents and adults that are on the school run that just want to get their children picked up so they can go to clubs, beavers, scouts, gymnastics, swimming, gymnastics, ninjas, all sorts. Because clubs and classes are happening. So you've got to be really careful of when you're leaving school and when you're out and about. You're getting older, you're getting more freedom. Brilliant, amazing. But when you're out and about, it's important because you're never really going to win a fight against a car. They're hard, they're solid and sharp. So do be careful when you're crossing the road. If there is a crossing, use it. It's there for your advice. Use it when the green man is on, not, yeah, but it's clear. I know it sometimes takes a long time, but it could save your life. So I'm willing to wait 30 seconds if it means I'm still alive at the other side of the road. 22 minutes someone is killed on a road in the UK. It's not a lot, is it? I've been here 40 odd minutes. So 2 people have died across the UK on a road. Not a nice figure. Cyclists are more likely. This statistic does not take into account e-scooters. Those stats are yet to really be published. So if you have an e-scooter and you're out and about, we cover them later on. Just avoid going on the road. It's the same thing. They're dangerous, they're risky. You're very exposed. Seatbelts. How do we all wear our seatbelt? We all wear our seatbelts, yeah? They save your life, no doubt about it. There are one big thing that saves our life in the car. There's not much else. The cars do a lot of work, but if you're not in a seatbelt, you're very likely to be in very serious trouble. You have to wear it across your chest, across your lap. Any other way, you put yourself at greater risk. If it is just across your lap, and you are to have an accident, all that pressure goes through your hips and legs. A shattered hip and a pelvis will take roughly about 10 weeks in a full cast. From hip down to your ankle. Not fun. You won't be moving. You'll be very much pushed around, very hot, very sweaty in a cast. Cool. When do you reckon it became legal? Just one person, give it a guess. Yeah, you go for it. The 1800s. No, 1983. It's pretty recently. There might be some people in this room that are old enough to remember when seatbelts weren't a thing. Skip through them. Airbags. If they go off and you've got your feet on them, they are like an explosion. Here's a video. We did a test. This is a dummy, by the way. It's got its legs up on the activity. And they come out at 100 miles per hour. Anthony Joshua roughly punches about 30 miles per hour. So 3 anti-Joshuas and a bit of a punch in the face. I don't want that in my face. Cool, e-scooters, quick one. They are illegal to use on the roads. You only use them on private property. So anyone that's out and about, you can't use them. But if it's in a rental scheme, you can use them.